Hello and welcome to today's session here at my stream. I'm your host, Johannes Rabauer, and we want to talk about GitHub Copilot App today and how to use that in our favorite programming language, Java. So today I have Bruno Borges with me, who is the principal product manager at Microsoft. He's, of course, also a Java champion, a speaker, and he takes care in general of developer relations with Microsoft. So please welcome to the stage, Bruno Borges. Hi, Bruno.
Hey, hello, Johannes. How are you, bud?
Great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Appreciate the invitation for our second encounter this year.
Yes, you're the first person who I have the second time on my channel.
I love breaking records. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for being here. So the whole thing started a few weeks ago. Microsoft and you announced the GitHub Copilot app, and I was just intrigued. So tell us about it.
There is a new app. There's a new app on the streets. If folks have been using GitHub for many years now, there is the GitHub desktop app, which is mostly to manage your Git repos locally, merge pull requests there and see the changes, etc. It's the classic GitHub desktop app.
Oh yeah, I actually have that here. 1 second, let me pull that up so we can see it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the usual one, the classic one.
Yeah.
And this one is more like for managing Git repos locally, right?
Yeah, right. And Git commits and stuff like that. So I use that actually all the time because it you don't have to, well, most of the people remember the Git commands by heart anyway if you're using that from time to time, but with that application you don't need to. So I'm a big fan of that.
The GitHub desktop app is very nice, especially for folks who are not super familiar with Git commands. It helps understand the diffs and see the diffs and compare branches and compare it with the local changes and so on. So I think it's an easy, very simplified Git interface, and also with the integration with GitHub, right? So you wanna make changes in projects and push, and then maybe open, like as we see here in the UI, open on Visual Studio Code or even different IDEs you can change.
Yeah.
I think it's
very great. That's what I need all the time, actually. It's like a few branch on GitHub or create a pull request. So this integration is really handy. And you said it's really simplified, and that's actually quite extreme. So you can only do the basic things, really. So you can commit, and I think you can undo and revert commits, and you can cherry pick, but that's about it. And that's all you really need. Well, that's most of the time that's what I really need. So that's really nice for me to have that.
Yeah, it all the capabilities that most developers use almost all the time are at their disposal here in this interface. Of course, there's a bunch of other very advanced Git sets of commands that are extremely important eventually, merging and conflicts and bringing commits from different branches into a single branch and cherry picking. Those things are super powerful. However, they are not as simple to do. And because those are very unique capabilities, they're not reachable here in this interface. I think the best way these days to use very advanced commands in Git is to ask any AI to go do those things. Here's what I have. Here's my situation. Go figure it out. And then AI writes the Git commands appropriately and figures things out to solve the problem that you're having. But the new GitHub Copilot app, which I believe you have here, looking at your toolbar, the new app is the cherry, or the new cake when it comes to interacting with GitHub.com and projects hosted on GitHub.com. At first, it looks like a traditional ChatGPT desktop application. You have a chat text box, you have some menus on the left side, but there's a lot of things happening here in this UI. So I think the first thing that we can do here, I believe you have a project, Copilot App Onboarding Helper.
Exactly. So this is a public repository, Copilot App Onboarding Helper. We'll talk about.
I actually wanted to suggest you to let's create a new project from scratch, like a new repo from scratch, because this is one of those things that's like a hidden feature in the desktop app, in this new app, that not many people are familiar with. So
All right.
Go on the left menu and get rid of that Copilot App Onboarding.
Oh yeah, this one. Remove repository.
Remove.
All right.
Okay, so people open this thing and they're like, oh my God, what should I do? Yeah. Well, the first thing that you can do is actually just to start a session, right? You can just go and ask anything on the chat over there. No, in the middle, right? And you can literally say, let's create a new project, and here's the name of the project. So let's try that.
Project about HR onboarding in a Java app.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. That's about it, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's all I need to do.
Just do that. It's not exactly what most people would do, but hey, it's a chat AI app. There's a chat box. Just type anything on it, hit enter, and see how it goes. Right. I like that he changed the model to GPT 5.4. Right. It didn't go. See. Okay. So there's no configured projects yet. Perfect. Add or open a Java repo as a Copilot project first. Then I can create the onboarding coding session in it and start scaffolding. All right. So this is what a session looks like in general. It's a regular chat session with an AI coding agent. Yeah. However, it's not a session as part of a project. So we do need to create a new project first. So now let's go back. By the way, this chat session here, it's what we call quick chats, as you see on the left side. Those quick chats you can use for asking things unrelated to any particular project. You can say, give me a hello world in Java, and it will spin out the code. Right?
Yeah. All right. So this is like a small side chat or something like you would use in ChatGPT, where you just ask questions regardless of any repository. Yeah.
Exactly. There you go. So, but we actually want to work on a project. We actually want to build an app. So now let's go back to home in this UI.
Yeah.
And the first thing that we're going to do is click on the add project on the bottom right of the chat text box.
Yes.
Now you see there's use a local folder or repository, choose from GitHub, or even clone from a URL, which means it supports non-github.com projects, basically, right?
Yeah,
You can use a project hosted elsewhere, as long as it's a Git SCM. Not even. I actually don't believe it requires to be Git. Maybe Subversion works as well.
All right.
That's for another ancient video we can record in the future. Let's go with choose from GitHub, and this is the hidden feature.
Okay.
Okay, so you can select an existing repo, of course.
Yeah.
However, you want to create a new one. Look at the bottom left of this pop-up.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So here's how you create the new repo from the GitHub Copilot app. So now you give a name. Like
so again, HR onboarding Java.
And make it public and add a README, and voila. So it creates the repo on github.com and it has already a clone on your local machine.
That's nice. Okay.
Okay. Now, keep in mind, the default location of this folder right now, it depends on the settings of the GitHub Copilot app. So go to the settings on the bottom left, and you're going to see where projects are stored. So I can see that you already changed the default location. There you go. Very
that was probably a question at the beginning, or maybe it even imported the settings from my desktop client.
Yeah, maybe. I actually don't know. I'll just agree with you and if you say so. Okay, so now we can create things like, scaffold a new Java Spring Boot project or whatever, and then boom, we sort from there. Or you give your prompt. This is where the basic experience starts, as if people were on Visual Studio Code, IntelliJ, or GitHub Copilot CLI, or Claude CLI, you name it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's a bunch of slash commands that people can call from here.
Yes. Okay.
See, there's a bunch of slash commands. Every command has a purpose, has a meaning, of course. They're well documented here. Documentation is even more extensive on the website. I can see that it's loading a few custom prompts from your Copilot local environment. And there's no particular slash command that we're going to do now. All you should do now is start with the prompt. What is the application that you want to do?
Yeah, so I wanted to just copy and paste from the description in the YouTube description. So I would like to have this one. So application will allow HR teams to create onboarding templates, blah, blah, blah. And well, we don't need this. We don't need that question. But we want it to be a Java app, Spring Boot. I would like to have it in time leaf, actually, if you don't mind.
Nope.
And I don't think you would. Time leaf. Yeah, enterprise application. Yeah.
Okay. Now, because you want to scaffold this project from scratch, one thing that I would like to experiment with you is to use the autopilot mode instead of the interactive mode. Because the interactive mode is very clear. It will do step-by-step collaboration, as it says, which means for any question that the AI coding agent may have, like, "Ooh, I'm not sure about this," which means the accuracy came below 0.5, let's put it that way. And the AI is like, "Oh, I need to make a decision here. Let's ask the human." So for that reason, that's what interactive means. It asks the human to clarify questions that the AI, a statistical model, as we all know how it works behind the scenes, may not be super clear. But we want to be brave here. Let's use autopilot, which is end-to-end execution without interruption.
So does end-to-end mean it doesn't ask any questions, or does it ask questions in the beginning and then it starts working? No, it's just going.
Let's figure it out.
All right. Are we sure to want Claude Opus?
Do auto. Let's see how auto. Again, like the auto router gives a 10% discount, and the model router will choose the model based on the prompt and a few other things. The point is, it selects the ideal model for the intent of the prompt plus the 10% discount. So people save money significantly. Imagine asking how much is 2 plus 2 to Opus 4.8. Like, you're burning significant amount of AI credits to ask a very basic question. But if you're using auto mode, it will most likely route to one of the most cheapest models in the list and also give you the 10% discount.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right? That's good.
So I always work with auto mode Unless I have a very specific problem that I know it's complex, I know it needs to be researched and analyzed, then I choose a powerful model deliberately for that particular prompt. But by default, I use Alto.
Yeah, I see. So that was one of the things I noticed right away, because I can't see how much tokens I have left or how much credits I have left, because I think the start of this month, Copilot changed the policy on how to how you pay for it, basically.
Yeah,
right?
it's now based on AI credits instead of premium requests.
Yeah,
Correct.
premium requests, right?
Yeah.
So where can I see how much credits I have left?
That's a good question. I see. That's the problem of working for Microsoft and GitHub. I have the
You don't care about that, right?
not caring for that. Being very honest with you. That's a good point. Let me see. Oh yeah, let's go to settings and then go to accounts.
All right. There we have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I will give some feedback after this session.
Please do.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so the agent harness is analyzing this prompt internally, probably using some combination of prompts and models.
And here it says what it actually uses right now.
And then
so Haiku.
And then it decided I'm going to use Haiku 4.5.
And that's the real fast one, I think, right?
It's real fast
cheap,
and it's cheap. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, people ask like, wait, but it will produce a very, bad project.
Yeah.
And my answer is, it's going to scaffold a new project. That's all. We don't want to build a 3D NASA planetary travel computational system. We want to scaffold a project here. So we definitely don't need a complex model to do that for scaffolding.
Okay, but here's the question. So if you, in this case, it's clear. We just want a simple demo here right now. This will not become a huge enterprise project. But if you go to a project where this will take some time, this will get used for years and years to come. So I guess you wouldn't go into that with that simple prompt, right? I would think that you would plan a lot and specify a lot, and only after you read through all that documentation specification, only after you are very satisfied with all of that, you start actually writing the code.
Yeah.
The
idea is if you have a very detailed specification, you would still use auto mode. I would still suggest you to use auto mode.
All right.
But with a detailed specification, you are even more likely to get exactly what you want, right? Here, the requirements are very, very small, very narrow and very generic, very simplistic. I think the biggest queue on this prompt, can you scroll all the way to the top to see the prompt again?
Yeah.
The biggest queue for this prompt is HR teams to create onboarding templates.
Yeah.
Those are the words that will drive the LLM to generate a data model and a UI that is specific to this use case. But everything else is boilerplate code.
Yep. And so it's using Haiku now. But since I am in auto mode, I wouldn't care if it switches models. Does it do that? Or is it now this session, this chat, I guess, is always in Claude Haiku?
While it is working right now, it's working with Haiku 4.5. The moment you send a new prompt,
it decides again.
Even to this session, to this current session, the moment that you send a new prompt, it will reevaluate. Should I remain on the same model or should I go to a new model?
Right. Okay. Then we'll see when it changes, if it changes.
Yeah. So the other thing that the developers can do here is, start a new session. So let's go right click on the project and new session, right? The reason for having parallel sessions, and by the way, let's talk about work trees. So when people work with GitHub Copilot CLI or Copilot on Visual Studio Code or other IDEs, it usually coding agent sessions work on the repo folder, and they may conflict with the code. Like you have a session running on one side and it's making changes to files, and then you have another session in parallel, it's making changes to the same files that make conflict. So that's why using work trees is the best approach, because it literally creates a new folder in your file system, right? A Git work tree, it's a separate physical location for that particular session. And that allows coding agents to work independently. And only when the things are done, they can go back and merge back into the main folder. And that allows the session to interact without noise from the other sessions.
Yeah. And it basically really creates a copy of the repository in a separate folder in the repository, but does not commit that. So that's ignored.
Nothing gets committed until you say get to commit things, except when you're in YOLO mode and you are giving permissions for the agents to do everything. But we're not exactly on that mode here.
Yeah.
And these sessions, the cool thing is the cloud one as well runs in a cloud sandbox. So you have this idea of like, I want to run this session, but I want to run in the cloud. So which means is it runs on GitHub.com infrastructure. It runs on the cloud infrastructure. And that session, you can even monitor that session from your phone. You can even see that when you go to GitHub.com, you can see your agent sessions. That's where it's going to be happening instead of just your machine.
Now that's pretty cool. That's really cool that you can really seamlessly transition from having the LLM work locally or in the cloud.
Yeah, imagine you're gonna go for a long lunch, or I don't know, you're gonna go watch Germany and Brazil again in the World Cup, and you feel like, oh my boy, this is gonna be a long game, more than 90 minutes. But you had some idea and you wanted to work on something. Well, before leaving the office, you start a cloud session instead. And then as you go to the restaurant and you watch the game, you can go on your phone and see the status of that session.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to bring your laptop with you.
So this session is running. Okay. So now I can select a work tree. I'm interested if I could transition that session to the cloud.
That's a good question. Let's see.
Let's just wait for it to finish and then we can check that out.
Type /remote, but don't hit enter.
Yeah.
So that's what this command will do. Now, granted, I have not experienced much this command yet, but I believe it does what it says it does. It will transition this entire session to a cloud session. But I don't want to do that here because we are in the middle of scaffolding a new project, and I feel like if we do that, we may get into trouble here.
Yeah. You wanted to use a new session anyway, so we can maybe do something here.
Yeah, but we still don't have any files to play with while that session is working. Let's do a prompt here. Let's do a prompt that says, write a detailed specification for an HR management system. Make no mistakes.
Sorry. Can you repeat that?
Write a detailed specification for an HR management system. And as soon as you hit enter, type /remote.
All right. So I press enter.
And then /remote right after that.
And then /remote.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So it was disabled, but now it is enabled, and we can enable this. This is nice. Okay.
and then open on remote.
Okay, so let's open this session. Ah, okay. Give me 1 second. So this is because I have a different browser and I am not logged in here. Yeah. Let's use this right now. Yeah, so you can see that.
Okay.
HR. And this is here.
Yes, it is. But keep in mind, it's read-only because you did not enable remote.
Here read-only. Okay, but I can see it is working. I mean, a lot of times that's enough. So if
most of the time,
I keep my agent running here in my office, I can go to the living room and watch something and don't have to check every few minutes if the agent is done. At least not by walking. I can check that on my phone. Okay.
And you can see the same thing on the GitHub mobile app.
Yeah. All right.
Not just the browser. I mean, you can, of course, you can open github.com on your mobile browser, but the GitHub native app for Android and iPhone has, or iPad, iOS has the same capability to see these sessions. So the difference between remote on and off is control. It's about control, whether you can control the session or not.
Okay, let's try this. This is not read-only, so we should be able to control this. Only you can see that session. That's nice.
Give me an idea of names for this system. And then go to the GitHub Copilot app.
Okay, so now it's thinking.
See, the response is already there.
Nice. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Right. So the idea of this session is that it's a session that is synced with GitHub.com. Because keep in mind, when you interact with GitHub Copilot, yes, there is an agent harness running locally, but it is interacting with the Copilot API, right? So you have your context navigating back and forth with the GitHub.com Copilot API. We call copy the Copilot API. So that's why GitHub.com has it sees your session because the data is going there, of course. Difference of the APIs, right? So,
but that's pretty cool. So, no, okay. I have my PC running and I have a session there, and if I execute like this. So we are building that Java project and I want to run it locally on my machine. That's possible, at least here. It's not a problem because it's running locally.
Yeah.
But I thought in the remote session, it's not possible to run it on my PC at least. I mean, that's...
No, the remote... So we have this spec one. The spec one is... Go back to the Copilot app and enable remote on the scaffolding session.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now go back to the session. Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
Now it's now run the application.
This is going to be interesting. Because that's not executed, the Maven command is not executed in the cloud. It's executed here. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Because that's where the agent runtime is actually controlling your files.
Yeah.
Now the cool thing is that you could ask Copilot, hey, Copilot, expose this application on the public internet for me.
What will that do? We can try out.
Well, I don't know how your home network is configured, but in my home network, I do have a machine that has a DMZ. And when I want to expose something on the public internet, that's where I tell my agent, run this code on that machine.
All right.
My machine that is protected connects over SSH to that machine, right? And then that machine, I expose a port on my DMZ firewall, so then I can access through that tunnel.
And how did the AI figure that out? You told it.
Well, I tell it, yeah, use these SSH key to connect this machine and expose over SSH tunnel this port.
Right. Well, that's pretty nice.
And AI does it. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just check the chat quickly. So Alexandro is saying good afternoon from Brazil.
Cool. Hello, Alexandro.
And here we have some other LinkedIn users. I don't know why I only see them as users.
Hello, LinkedIn user.
And Colurian says, yes, we are going over GitHub Copilot today, but over the GitHub Copilot app in general. Ask Copilot to Cloudflare and expose.
Yeah, that could work. So here's a fun fact. I actually used GitHub Copilot to configure my GitHub pages with a custom domain, custom DNS domain. All I did, I went to Namecheap and I bought the domain. Okay, that was the only manual thing that I did, and then I have a surprise for you later. But that was the only manual thing that I did. The second thing that I did was, hey, GitHub Copilot, use the Namecheap API to configure the GitHub pages DNS records for my repo, and then configure the repo to use the custom domain. That was it. The agent used a Namecheap REST API that does the sets up all the domain records, and my custom domain for my GitHub page was ready in 5 minutes.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Given the right permissions, or
all permissions,
the agent is capable of doing amazing things. And hi to Samuel. Thank you for joining and tuning in. So yes, I see you have a build error. Let's figure out why.
So first of all, how do I kill this? I don't want it anymore. Nope.
So you see there is a little icon on the top right next to the green button.
Okay, thank you. All right. We got a compile error, and it actually should figure that out on its own.
Just tell it you
can't run it. Starting up. Okay, we are still in auto mode. Yeah. Let's see. And we see it synchronized all the time in the background.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, and now I want to see it so it started up the application on its own. And it's probably figuring out the error. Don't even know what the error is. Oh, the port is already in use. Okay. It's finding the process and killing it. I'm not sure what process is running there, but
well, I'm sure it's a process that is not running anymore. It's gone.
Do we see the changes? So
you see, go back. Well, you can see here, because if you open the project here, yes, you're going to see the changes like a Git repo. But in the GitHub app, you see at the bottom of the session, there is a changes button.
at the bottom of this one.
Up a little bit more.
Oh yeah, changes here. Sorry. Yeah.
Right. No, you have you have to.
These are the changes.
changes.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can select file,
Okay.
but you can see that all files got generated, right? So
yeah.
The other thing that you can do, there is a big green button at the top that calls Create PR, but there's also an open menu that gives you the option to open on your IDE of choice. So basically, it opens the folder of the project there.
Very nice. Okay, yeah. that is actually pretty cool, because that's a lot of times I want to open that somewhere else, and then usually you have that button, and then from there you can work to your actual
it's giving these names because these names are the work trees.
Oh. And is this a Git feature that these names are so weird? No, it's a Copilot.
No, I think it's a Copilot app feature. Work trees can be done in many ways, right?
Yeah, work trees is a Git feature, but I never heard of it until people started using it with AI.
With agents, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm with you. I actually didn't know Git trees existed exactly. Back maybe a year or two ago, I was actually giving this stupid feedback, thinking that I was the smartest person in the room, saying, "Hey, why don't you guys have different branches for different agents?" And then people are like, "Oh no, we're using work trees." Like, it's like,
okay.
Oh, cool! We have something. Look at that.
We already have something. That's amazing.
Cool.
Okay, welcome. Get started.
Now this is the
24.
Yeah, I mean, I like to say these days that generating apps is the least impressive part of working with agents, right?
Well, what's the most impressive part? Let's skip right to it.
Let's go back to the Copilot app.
Okay. So
the app is running. Close the sidebar, the right sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is a command called actually tell it to stop running the app now.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That stops the session. The application now remains running. That's okay. There is a command that I like called rubber duck.
Oh yes, I saw that before. Mm-hmm.
So it's a sub agent that dispatches using sub agents using different models, and this is usable for evaluating the implementation of something. So so we have let's think about this application. We have an application that go back to the application so we can see it. Yep. Okay, we can create templates. We can assign employees and we can track progress.
Okay, it's not running.
Oh, it did kill the app. Okay. Click on run. You see the run button?
Oh yeah. Oh, what? Okay. Configure in settings. What's this? Add script.
So you can do Maven run.
Spring. I always forget this.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
No, just add script.
Okay. Now we have that, and then we can maybe run it.
Okay. So the application is running. Yeah. You see how the GitHub app is becoming your new development environment?
Yeah. I can see myself.
Right? and it's funny because it's been a long time. I don't open Visual Studio Code or other IDEs.
Yeah, really?
No.
So you only, but to view the code. Well, let's view some code.
I use GitHub.com to navigate the code.
Okay. Well, not sure.
So Okay, so we have an app running. Oh, you have some users. Okay, go as a manager so we can create templates. Password is password. Very secure. What?
Well, that doesn't work. No. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's not ideal.
Yeah. Go back to Copilot and complain. The data, well, let's see, test account, go scroll down a little bit more. Okay, say that you tried to log in with the manager account, but you complain. Now, here's where some people will be critic about this. Instead of us looking at the code to understand the logic of the login, we are spending tokens to understand the logic of the login. That's a fair criticism, right?
Yeah.
Now, for this particular example, yes, it is cheaper and easier, probably faster, to go and just look at the source code and understand why the login is failing, right?
Yep.
Now, think from a different perspective. What if you were maintaining code that somebody just came to you and said, "Hey, go fix the login on this code base here. It's failing, and we need it to be fixed within an hour because nobody can log in the system." It is actually faster to go to just ask AI to analyze the source code and understand where the problem is, right?
Yeah.
If you're building this project and you don't have a deadline, sure, don't waste your AI credits on something that we humans can easily do ourselves. But for certain scenarios, this is what actually people should do.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to fix it right away, maybe, but just to point you in the right direction, especially in debugging, helps so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Or give you, that's what I use a lot. So if I have some kind of error and I try a few things out and it doesn't work, and at some point I'm out of ideas, so I have to ask the AI, where I would ask a colleague to help me because I'm just out of luck. That's basically rubber ducking, right? I'm trying to explain the problem to somebody else and maybe try to find a solution. And by explaining that, you often get new ideas. But in this case, if you're using AI, you get a lot of good ideas back as well. So
yeah. I mean, yeah, we can dive into like the debate of like AI is not generating ideas, it's just stealing ideas, or we can say many things. But the reality is, it is a very useful tool.
Absolutely.
If we understand AI is a great tool and we use it as a tool, there's no harm, right? As long as we remain accountable for what we are doing with it.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay.
Cool. All right. So we got into the system. So only the HR team can manage templates. Okay.
No. We are a manager and we can manage templates for the HR team. At least that's what I'm expecting.
You are a manager. You manage.
Okay.
So you are a manager. You manage the team, and you assign templates to employees.
Okay.
So we have to log in as an HR manager.
Yes. So what?
Don't ask AI for the login and password of.
Maybe it's HR.
Probably because it changed the template, right?
Yeah. Example. .com password.
Perfect.
Oh, it said what it needs below the password field. All right, we are HR manage templates, create a new template. Wonderful. First test. Yes. Actions. Okay. So get together. I don't know. Duration 1 day. Yeah.
minus
Also.
1 day is fine. And you're late.
Okay, get drunk.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, that's
After.
adorable.
Okay. So we got a couple of things to do.
All right, so now we have to log in as a manager.
Yeah.
And
as a manager. Okay. So here we have the login details.
Yeah.
Example. Yes. No. Okay. There's still nobody to manage.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
let's see.
So you have to tell AI to assign. Now you have to tell AI to assign the employee user to the manager user as an employee of that manager, because the database is probably empty.
Yeah, you're right.
The database probably only has the content for the authentication.
Okay, so let's do it. Put that aside. Yeah, this is still running. It seems like the manager is not managing anybody at the HR team.
No. Add the employee. Assign the employee to the manager.
Okay. So it did switch the models here at some point. That's cool. Okay, so it's really deciding what model to use on each prompt you give it.
Yes. See, the employee, there is a user for authentication purposes, but there is no employee in the employee table, and therefore no link to the manager table.
Yeah. Okay.
So one cool thing that would be good here, we don't need to do this today, but it's a great exercise for later, for anybody working with this new approach of development. Certain frameworks, certain tools, certain runtimes are really good at hot reload. As we can see here, it's shutting down the Spring Boot application and then recompiling and then starting the application all over again. Granted, probably because there was a data model change that needed to be fixed, but even if that was not the case, it would probably still stop the application and start over. Now, there are ways to tell AI, hey, make sure this project uses Spring Developer Tools, for example, which enables hot reload in a Spring Boot project, right? But because we scaffolded a very basic project, that particular configuration of Spring Boot was not applied to this Maven project. But it's the sort of like experience that developers have with existing tools in the ecosystem that allows them to move the project to the next level so that the AI can benefit from it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Give me 1 second. So did it even restart? It must have, right? It did restart. So I was just making sure that it's not already activated the hot reload.
It did, yeah. But
okay,
I don't think we can still assign the tasks to the employee. You see, as a manager. So log in as a user. Actually, go back to the Copilot and ask to include easy one-click login buttons for the 3 users in the login page.
Login for the different users, right? Yeah. And Samuel, wanted to say ask is also cool to use to ask a side question. So let's try that right now. Ask.
How much is 2 plus 2?
I'm sorry?
How much is 2 plus 2? How to wait credit with stupid questions. Yeah. So effectively, what happens behind the scenes with this /ask is it's another session that gets created, but it doesn't interrupt that session, the main session. It's a background session in a way, and then it gives you the answer. See 4. There you go.
Okay. So this was still doing its stuff, and then when the last prompt was done or something.
Yeah, it's just so that you don't have to go to the menu and create a new session and have a separate background session, you know?
Yeah.
Go back to /. Let's see the / comments a little bit. So, you have, let's see, you have skills, YOLO. Let's see, go down.
For some reason, my mouse wheel is not working.
So here's the thing. When you do /new, which
new?
New. Oh no, sorry, there's no new here because you use the mouse for that. Try fork. No. Right click on the session on the left menu.
On this session, yeah.
Yeah, so share, add, archive. I don't think this feature arrived yet then. Yeah, okay. So in the CLI, it's cool. There is a feature called fork. It's basically, you create a new session.
Yes.
But as a fork. So it brings all the context from the current session.
ChatGPT actually has that, and I constantly use it. I love that feature. That's great.
Yeah, that feature is now available on Copilot CLI. Still not here in the desktop app.
Oh, and I wanted to add about the rubber ducking, because I think the Copilot CLI does that automatically. Is that possible? Because I think I see that sometimes that it's writing rubber ducking.
Yeah, you don't. There is a / command for rubber duck, but you can actually just say, hey, do a rubber duck using models X, Y, and Z. So it creates sub agents for each of those models to analyze the problem and then give you their opinion. And then the main agent compares all the analysis of the different sub agents and then gives a final answer.
Yeah,
because the idea is, okay, yes, I have sub agents. Sub agents can have different personalities. We saw this in prompt engineering where we can have personas, right? But different models will have different results as well, of course. And quite often, the use of a different model has even more weight than just setting up a different persona.
Yeah,
and that's the intent of rubber duck. How do I run sub agents with different models so I can have a better analysis of the problem?
Yeah, that's actually, I think that would be really interesting to get into that, because then you could use a really cheap model like this Haiku again. And if it's done and just before it wants to do something, it could ask Opus again, hey, is this about the right way to approach this? And then it will give you a very different answer and maybe improve on that. Yeah, but interesting. So it said it changed the login. So if we log out here, we refresh, get started.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
I'm not sure if it restarted actually. Verified. Let's restart it by hand. Ah, very nice. That's pretty cool. Scripts. And if we take a look at the commits or changes?
No changes yet. It's all staged, right? It's all in the work tree. It doesn't show because it's in the work tree.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so it by default uses a new work tree for each session. I didn't get that. Okay. Very interesting. what is this now? So
it opened the browser, embedded browser. So I don't like it, but for certain things.
But this one is interesting. Pick
So
and polish.
Yeah, that's a cool feature. So basically, it can you can drag and select an area. So let's say go up. Okay, pick and polish at the top. Go to the top of the page, and then click on pick and polish, and then select that.
Yeah.
Okay, now go to the chat.
It's doing so. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go to
we
the
are
chat.
In the chat.
Go to the chat and say, make this look nicer.
Yeah.
Stupid prompt. I know. I'm sorry. It's stupid prompt, but it at least shows the idea, right? when you do the pick and polish, when you select, you're telling the AI agent, hey, look at the div on the page of that HTML, right? And it gives the reference, and basically that's why it went right into the index.html and the CSS, right? And it's making the banner look better.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's what I use a lot of times with Visual Studio Code. So if I have any file that I want to change, I can also add it to the context directly.
Exactly.
I'm not sure if you can do that here. Probably. What is this? Ooh. You could probably leave something. Yeah, ask about this line. This is nice. Okay. Does the class do?
All right. I want to give you breaking news. Completely unrelated to GitHub Copilot. But I just got the news that Grand Theft Auto 6 is finally going to be released on November 19, 2026, this year.
Hooray.
On PlayStation 5.
All right. Great news.
Pre-order right now. Forget about GitHub Copilot.
Let's end this session here.
Here's what we should do now. I think we have a working project to some degree. We have a working project. It's scaffolded successfully, right?
Yep.
Let's commit and push.
Yeah. How?
You can do that. Create a PR.
But we want to just push it to main, right?
Well, create the PR. Just click on the create PR button.
Okay. Let's play it safe.
I actually have this flow that is called, it's a slash command that's called /commit and push as PR.
Oh yeah.
So I never commit to main in some of the projects that I work with because they have branch protection and et cetera, right?
They should have, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm also not very much into like start a branch and then start working. I'm always on main. And then I start making changes. I have an idea, I drop the changes, and I have all these 15 changed files. And then I do /commit as a PR. But it's /commit and push as a PR. And the reason it's a skill, not just a shell script, well, it is a skill that has a bunch of shell scripts, right, to automate the process. But it's still a skill because if there is a problem, if there's a failing build, if something, I forgot to format the source code and Git hooks are failing, anything like that, AI goes and fixes.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. So that's probably pretty cheap, but it takes a couple of lines of coding or investigating from you.
It doesn't cost $0. There is a little bit of a cost, but still, like I feel. Of course, again, I'm using without much care for how many AI credits I use, but I still use the auto mode. I still minimize the size of the context window, etc. With the skills that I have, I don't have too many MCPs configured because they blow up the context window quite heavily.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's still spinning just by creating the.
No, I think I broke it somehow. So there was this task running that started the Maven project, I think. Then I asked that question, so it's still investigating that. And then we created a PR, and it did not do anything, so I stopped it, and now it's still doing nothing.
I type in the chat, stop all sub agents.
But that's probably queued as well now. No.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, now just say commit and push.
So not clicking the button?
Yeah, well, actually, let's see. Create PR should work.
Yeah, I'm sure it works. So let's try that. But it's using AI, so that's why it was basically scheduled, and it never came to work.
So yes, it does use still AI, but it minimizes a lot. Like the amount of tokens consumed by this deterministic tasks in GitHub Copilot app are very minimal, and they use simple models. So the main reason for still using agents is because if something fails, the agent can give you a thorough answer and even possibly fix the problem, right? Like just I said about the commit and push.
Right. Yeah. It's probably thinking of some good names for these commits as well.
So click on fetch origin.
Maybe we are not on main.
No. It was a PR, so you have to click on current branch, and then it's PRs just now.
Yeah,
the first one.
Legendary parking. Oh, that's the working.
Yeah, click on the first one. Oh, it's already used by work tree. Okay, cool. So close. Go back to GitHub Copilot app. Like I don't use the desktop app. I mean, sounds like we are using it here just to see, right?
Yeah.
Both apps at the same time, and I don't think that would work really well in terms of workflows. You see at the bottom of the chat, you have the changes button and then the PR button. Click on the PR button. Okay. This is the PR that you actually want to merge. So scroll down.
Security. Time leaf, yes. That was one of the requirements. Different users. README. Getting started, testing. No checks, okay. And now we could probably talk to the Copilot. No.
So you see the button on the top right, ready to merge? Click on that.
Yeah.
So just merge pull request.
Agent work on this pull request automatically. Okay, we just merge it because it's basically just initializing the project. Okay, and now it's merged, right? Yeah, somewhere it's, here we go.
Okay, so this is done, right? This is done.
Yeah.
No, don't.
No, sorry.
No, never mind. Because the idea here is now go back to the GitHub Copilot app. Okay, let's say, you have the first version of the app, right?
Yeah.
But now you have a new requirement. Something came in, somebody wants a fix, whatever. You go and you start a new session. Go there, start a new session, right? Sign new session. Now here you're gonna see at the bottom which branch you're gonna work on, right? And you see that there is a main there.
Yeah.
There's a main. There is the previous branch, and you just start working here, right? So say something like list the files in this branch.
Okay. So now we have a new working directory, work tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I already pulled all these changes.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted to, close that application. I don't want you using the GitHub desktop app anymore. I don't want you using that anymore. Okay. So let's do something here. Let's add internationalization to German.
What we want to have the application in German?
Yes. But only to simplify, say only for the login page. Otherwise, it's gonna take quite some time.
Make the language changeable to German and English. Yeah, this is the session title.
Yes.
This is the path of the work tree. That's the project. Oh yeah, and we can enable remote control here as well. Yeah. That's nice.
So internationalization is a cool thing to do with AI these days. Now, granted, the translation will not be perfect. You will probably spot errors, basic errors in the German translation. However, that said, it's a great starting point, not only for setting up the framework and all the configuration required for internationalization, depending on the technology stack of the project, but also to initiate the translation. You have basic translation for everything. And then, of course, enhance from there with a content writing team or translators that are specialized in this task. But even if the translation is not perfect, in my opinion, and I did this with another project of mine, it's very good compared to the time that it would take for me to translate to 15 different languages. Like I would have to go into Google Translate and do one by one, one expression by expression. So it would take forever. So it's not great, but it's not terrible. The classic meme, not terrible, not great. And one of the cool things that I did with that experiment was I added different issues. Add translation to language X, add translation to language Y and Z and W and Zeta, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And then I assigned each issue to a sub-agent. And then I had 10 agents working in parallel, adding translation to all these languages.
Yeah, because you already had the basic implementation of internationalization. Sorry.
Yes. I had one language added, which set up the file structure and
and then it's just add more content to it.
Exactly.
More lines of code.
Exactly. See, it's done. So now click on run on the app.
So this one is now. No, it's for each chat on its own. This script. But since we have used a new session, it automatically copied the script from this chat.
The script is configured at the desktop application level. It's in the settings.
Okay.
But this one,
Oh yeah. It has the same run script, but we never did run it. That's why it doesn't say anything here. Okay. Okay, it's running. So that means we should be able to go to this first page. And we have a much more nicer header.
See? Beautiful. Amazing. Great design.
And we can switch between English and German. Willkommen Personaleinarbeitungssystem. Isn't that a beautiful word?
The only word I understand here so far is willkommen.
Yeah, but it's personnel onboarding system. So
right.
I'm not sure if there is a better word in Germany for this. I think that's about right. I'm not from HR, so I don't know.
Well, make sure that you don't get invited to HR for any reason.
Yeah.
You don't want to find out what is a better word.
Right.
Okay, so let's try the merge thing. Now we have German. Let's create a PR.
Yeah. Shall we try it this way? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, branch is pushed. Now merge the PR. Because again, like this session, the task for this session was let's add German. Let's add internationalization in German, right? So merge the PR. It's ready to merge on the top right.
Yeah, here we go.
So merge pull request. Merged. Now let's add a third language, but let's understand this. So create a new session. Okay, cool. Now add to include Portuguese. Ask to include Portuguese.
Yeah.
Okay. What I want us to understand here is what's going on behind the scenes, and I want to find out as much as you. So this is very live. This is an experiment that I have not done myself until now, which is we are creating a new session, and in the configuration of the new session, we say use the branch main. But I don't know yet if it is looking at main from the local Git repo or main from github.com where we merge the PR that includes German. Because the question is, when you merge a PR on github.com, do you automatically see the changes in your local repo? No, you have to do git pull.
Right.
Git fetch.
So the question is actually if it actually checks the origin, the GitHub repo, or if it only does what it's told and merging it to the local main branch.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And apparently what we are seeing is that it is doing that. It is using main branch from remote as the basis for the work tree.
Can we see that somewhere? So it's searched. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because it said view, not generate the file. It's viewing the existing i18n files. It's viewing the German.
Yeah. You're right. Okay.
Configuration.
Interesting.
Right. So it's basing on main from remote, not from your local folder.
Yeah. Right.
And that's important because that's in fact what we want. We want, when we say let's work on a new feature out of the branch main, you want the latest main. You don't want to work on a stale 2 weeks ago main.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and it probably just has the capability because it's running in GitHub anyway, so it can easily look into the main branch of remote.
Yes.
Without explicitly calling it here on my local machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
all right. So let's see.
Run.
Run it.
It may complain that the application is already running from
Yeah.
the other session.
I'm not sure.
You may want to stop that one.
Oh, oh yeah, here it is. So let's just verify that it does complain, because it should. But it does not. Does it already see? Because this sounded strange to me. Attaching agents.
Oh, that's monitoring agents, JVM agents.
Oh, okay.
With AI agents.
But it's no. Failed to start because it's already running, and then
so you have to stop the other one. This is loading the browser from the other process.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's close the terminal. And start it once more. Okay, should it be online? Yeah, it is. And we have Portuguese.
Perfect. Great translation. Works like a charm.
Very nice.
So what we can see here is the integration of like PR merge and the coding, the aspect of like coding gets reduced. It's more about thinking what to do next and how to merge things, how to operate, how to manage the coding part, not how to code it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's in general, that's where the road is heading with AI, right? You simply just don't have to type that much anymore, which doesn't mean you don't have to think about technologies that are being used and how it's working. But it simply means you don't have to type that much anymore in real code.
Well, I feel like you do still type, or at least you still do inform, because I know people who use microphone to talk to coding agents, like to instruct coding agents, right? They don't use the keyboard as much. But I think it's a different approach, and coding still matters, right? But intent matters even more, and the time that we dedicate for writing down what is our intent is more important, has always been more important than before. Like more senior engineers, the more senior an engineer gets, the less coding they do.
Yes, unfortunately.
This is a fact even before AI came.
Yeah.
Right? The more an engineer evolves and matures and accumulates experience, the less they write code. They spend more time thinking about trade-offs, about choices, about priorities, about what to build first before something else. So that thinking process remains. And now what I believe AI is giving people, and this sort of like workflow is giving developers, is the ability to mostly do that, even the less experienced engineers. But that's where there is a trap. Because if you're not super experienced and you just vibe code your way into getting a solution, that's where mistakes will happen, and that's where security will be overlooked, and that's where data will leak, that's where secrets will leak, et cetera, et cetera. So developers that have little experience, they have to be very conscious of, I don't know what I'm doing, therefore I should ask for help. That help may come from AI to some degree, but it's the act of asking the questions that has to start. And I know developers who don't even ask the questions. They just tell AI to do things. They don't even ask the question, is this the right thing to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that. Yeah, it's just I think the temptation to simply vibe code, to simply just tell the AI, hey, I want this, hey, I want that, this doesn't work, fix it, fix it, fix it. The temptation for this is so big. And I think that's a real problem. And not only for junior developers, but also for senior developers who use AI more and more. So I'm not sure where this is actually heading, because you can resist the temptation and you can try to be still curious and ask these questions, like you said. But at the end of the day, it requires more effort, and that's I think a problem, because people will use that less and less. And I think that's the same, not just for coding, but also in education, right? The AI would be such a great tool, or is such a great tool, to actually find something out if you are interested. If you're interested in a topic. But it's also really easy to just ask for the answer to that specific question of an exam, right? And then you just skip the understanding part. And that's I think that's the same here with coding. You can skip the understanding of your system and what the code actually does, and it might still work. And that's a problem, I think.
It will likely work. That's the bigger problem. It will likely.
Yeah. to some point. At some point in time, it won't work, and then you don't know why.
I think the problem is when it doesn't work is at the worst moment possible, which is production at 3 a.m. with some hacker taking advantage of the flaws.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think those are super important concerns for every developer to keep in mind, whether they are working. It doesn't really matter which tool, which AI coding tool they're using.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
to keep that in mind. Now, I think we only have 30 more minutes, and I wanted to show you one last thing.
Yes.
There is a new feature in this GitHub Copilot app that I think, to me, is one of the coolest. Let's start a new session now that we have merged. Did we merge Portuguese PR? No, we didn't.
Yes.
No, we didn't.
No, we did.
Create PR.
Not. Oh, no, that was the first one, the second one, and then we did not. Okay.
So create PR. By the way, while it creates the PR, let's go to github.com and see the project there.
Yeah. So, no. We can actually go through this. Can't we?
No, not from here.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Sorry.
Okay. So here's the application. I mean, from here, nobody can say it was generated using GitHub Copilot app, but it was built using the Copilot coding agent, right? That's the contributor part over there. So it's a really cool. And if we go to the PRs, go to the PRs part tab. Go to closed. See, it's open here. These two PRs. Let's go back to the GitHub Copilot app and merge the Portuguese one. All right, cool. All right. So it is merged. So if you refresh here, you're going to see 3 merge PRs.
What?
No, it's a caching issue. Click on the open tab. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So let's go back to actually create an issue. Create an issue that says review German translations. That's the name of the issue. Create an issue.
I have. I'm not logged in again. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
So, all right.
So create an issue. Just call it review German translations. and then create an issue. Create. Okay, cool. All right. Now we can do a couple of things here, but let's not do it right away. But one thing that we could do is just assign to an agent to review and fix. And when you click assign to an agent, it would ask for the model. And because you want to review the translation, you may want to use a better model, right?
Yep.
If you want better translation, that's fine. But let's not do this here. Let's go back to the GitHub Copilot app. Let's try a different approach that involves more human in the loop. So on the right menu of the project, click on the plus button on the left side, plus, new session. Actually, no, sorry. Create from. You see the other icon? There's another icon next to the plus button, create from.
Oh, yeah.
And then there is an issue.
Okay.
So create from there. Cool. So starting issue session, this session is within the context of that issue. So that the values of that issue will already be injected into the context for the AI agent. So the AI agent sees, oh, I want to review this issue. Of course. I mean, what's the point? It will get context. Now, we could want the AI agent to review the translation and just, work towards that goal. And that's what it will exactly do. It got
already working.
Already working, yes. Now hit stop. It would probably give you an answer or fix or whatever. That's not what we want to do. Let's try something really cool. Type /create canvas.
Okay.
Now let's give a prompt that says the following. Create canvas to compare, review, and edit the internationalization content.
Container.
Content.
Sorry.
Content. That's it.
Okay. So what?
Oh, sorry. Stop. It's copy this. Copy the click on it.
Yeah.
Copy the content and modify the word. It's not added. It's edit. To edit. No. EDIT. EDIT.
Sorry. DDRT.
E.
Okay. Sorry. Oh man. Yeah.
It's okay. It's my Portuguese accent with your German accent, and we're not meeting. That's okay.
I think the your microphone always skips the first few seconds or something.
It's okay. I'm glad it's not my accent. It's my microphone. Thank you so much.
Yes, it's not your accent.
So kind of you. Appreciate it.
And it's my hearing, of course.
So this is the cool part. So what are you gonna do here? What will happen here is, hit enter because it may take a while. We're gonna create a little app, a little tool that will run inside the Copilot app. It's like a plugin. It's like a VS Code plugin at the end of the day.
All right.
But this thing, you can actually choose where the code for this app will live. It can live at the session only. It can live at the repo level, or it can live at your environment level, which you could open this Canvas app for any project in your computer.
Yeah.
Right? But the idea, the prompt here is what I am envisioning, and we use as little words as possible. So I hope AI will get my vision. My vision is for an app that shows the English translation, the Portuguese translation, and the German translation. So you and I can translate both of those languages using English as the baseline.
Yeah, I see.
Right? Okay, so we have something here already.
I don't think that's what you imagined.
No, it is.
I hope it was.
It is not.
But it wanted to do a side-by-side comparison. Just made some mistake.
Click on German. Click on load.
Ah, load. Now, here we go.
Huh. Okay, so do / create canvas. Actually, no, just say the following. No, don't. The Canvas app is not listing the keys and the words correctly.
And the idea is that by this side-by-side comparison, we could even edit this translation, right?
Correct. Yes. So, of course, we can iterate here a little bit. Oh, see, yeah, it was looking at the session workspace. Cool. So the idea is here. You have a bunch of properties file, one for Portuguese, one for German, one for English, right? Yep. Usually what we would do is open the 3 files in different tabs, parallel tabs, right, side by side, and then just modify them as we go. But in here, we are actually building a little tool, a little app to help manage that task. And that's what these Canvas apps are meant for. They are meant for, click on load, see what happens.
Nothing.
Nothing? No, it's still
working, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Still going.
But you know, when you have these projects and you write these little tools, utility tools, sometimes even graphical interface, so you can manage data, you can parse files, you can test things. That's what these canvases are. But the main difference is that you're asking AI to build these things, and then they will run inside the GitHub Copilot app itself as part of the environment. One cool thing that can be done, you can actually ask AI to add AI capabilities into this app.
Oh, okay. So if I don't know, get a new language, I could also have a button there, auto translate, and this would prompt the AI to actually fill that.
Correct. And the way the code would be generated is by using the GitHub Copilot SDK to integrate with the Copilot agent runtime.
All right. Yeah.
So you're asking GitHub Copilot to build an app that uses Copilot SDK to talk to Copilot to do AI capabilities inside this app. It is running inside Copilot app.
Okay, and so if we have that, so I could add this to the repository as well somehow.
Yes. So anybody who checks out this repo has this Canvas app, so they can also load it locally. Yes.
But then this Canvas app is where is it? Is that a piece
right now? So this is one of the challenges. Let's do second. Let's do the following. Stop here.
Okay.
Create a new session. Don't have to be from the issue. It doesn't matter. Paste the thing that you had in your clipboard, because I think it's the same content from before. Yeah, just fix the added to edit. And also do a period at the end, and say save the code in my local repo. And don't hit enter yet. Let's change the model to Opus. Opus 4.6 is fine. Let's change from work tree to local repo and hit enter. because a couple of things. The previous attempt was using a very cheap model. And the problem with those cheap models is that they're not really good at understanding context that was not part of their training data set. That's one of the differences between what makes a good model from what makes a poor model. Is good models are good at understanding or learning from new information that was not part of their training data. And here's why I'm choosing Opus. Canvas is a net new capability. There's no public documentation, no articles, no blogs. So the training set for these models, they don't know about Canvas apps.
Yeah.
The way that GitHub Copilot instructs the agent to know how to build a Canvas app is by system prompts. It's by skills and prompts and etc. So that is net new information. And because of that, it's actually better to use a new model.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
Okay. So it's scaffolding the extension. It's triggering the extension management. Cool. Those are the things that you want to see.
Again, I just wanted to open GitHub Desktop just to see the changes.
You can do it. You can do it. I allow you to do it.
No. Let's keep in this app. I want to try. So we click on the changes and then we see the same thing. So we see that this one extension is getting created in the main branch here on our branch.
Yes, that's what's happening here. So if when you commit the folder .github, any other user that clones this repo will have access to the same Canvas app.
But another user would not have that session here. So how can I access this?
No, it's not about the session. It's about the Canvas app being part of your code base.
Yes, I see. But how can I open it?
You mean another user?
Yes. So I'm a different user.
Okay. I'll show you in a second because we're gonna try that. But okay, here we saw the result. This is much better, right?
This is much better.
Okay, so you now have a true translation internationalization editor in your code base.
This is actually a really bad translation.
That will modify the file.
Right. Save all. So if we go to the changes. Okay, these were a couple of different ones, but this one is also here.
That's your change.
Nice. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
To me, this is the coolest feature of the GitHub Copilot app.
Yeah, I see.
Right?
Okay. I understand why.
So now you have this Canvas app. You see those tabs at the top? You have changes, terminal, and I18 editor. Close the I18 editor.
Right.
So when somebody clones this repo, they open this project, they start a new session. That's when they can go here to this sidebar and create a new tab. Open in panel, click on it, and then you can see installed extensions.
It's an extension. Nice. I think that's really cool. So for example, I have an application where I constantly have to switch roles. So I always have to log out of the current role, then log in as a different user and type in all that stuff, and then go to a specific URL, and then I'm done. So I imagine that you could also create a canvas for that to switch the users.
Yeah.
Cool.
You could create a canvas that helps you switch configuration flags in your development. Or I want to run production. I want to run testing. I want to run development mode. And then you have this Canvas app that just manages all your environment variables, and then sets different keys for different things. And you just click one button and boom, voila. I mean, we have been doing that for many years with shell scripts. Run this shell script.
Yeah, exactly.
Run the app. Sure, that works. But here you have the visual, you have the UI now to really help even the less experienced developers that are onboarding the team.
Yeah, absolutely. That is pretty nice. Okay, so that's a cool feature. In general, the whole application is pretty nice. So you're telling me you're only using GitHub Copilot app now to code?
Yeah, I use three things primarily. The GitHub Copilot app, this desktop app, the GitHub Copilot CLI for things that I want to leave in the background, and I don't even look until there is a result. Although, again, I can also do those sessions in parallel and leave them running in autopilot mode.
Right.
But sometimes Copilot CLI, I like to pretend I'm a hacker and do things.
It's just cool to have different console terminal windows open separately, and it's just running code. Yeah, it's nice.
And the third thing that I use a lot is GitHub.com. That's my other place where I have my pull requests, my issues, and my actions. Right, all my actions, my workflows for CI/CD. That's it. That's my workflow now. Like I have Visual Studio Code open. I open a few times when I want to navigate to the code, and without navigating on the browser, sure, it's also helpful. But honestly, I would rather ask AI, hey, I want to see the comparison of this algorithm versus another approach. What other approaches can I have for with this objective in mind, and then have that approach of having a conversation with the tool so that I can experiment new things.
Pretty nice. Okay, we have a question in the chat. Let's put that in. IAM is a good way to work with multi-repo features workspaces where you can create a workspace with several repos inside. The app is very tied to solo repo sessions. I still use the CLI.
This is true. This is yes. So right now, the GitHub Copilot app, the desktop app, is very focused on per project, per repo, right? So all the sessions are located. Here's my repo, and when we create a session, there is a create a pull request that submits to GitHub.com and go back and forth. With the CLI, you have more control over things, like. As we always expect, the CLI gives people more power. With greater power comes greater responsibility as well. And I do have exactly that scenario. So I was working on the GitHub Copilot SDK for Java. And the GitHub Copilot SDK for Java is in a single repo. All the other SDKs, Rust, Go, no, sorry, not Rust, Go, Python, Node.js, and .NET, they were on a separate repo.
Okay.
So working with the Copilot CLI, I could say, go look into this other folder in my computer that has the source code of this project and implement capabilities. So the coding agent would navigate to that particular folder. Now, granted, this particular scenario could probably work here as well. You could say, go to folder X and see the file blah and bring ideas here, whatever, right? It will likely work, okay? But sometimes I'm like, hey, go and clone this repo. I'm working on repo X, and then I say repo X depends on repo Z, but repo Z has a bug. So go there, clone the repo, create a pull request, submit a patch, merge the pull request, clone main, and then start working again. All these things, they can be done. Very likely they can be done in the GitHub Copilot app because it's an AI coding session the same way that happens with the CLI. The agent runtime, the agent harness is the same behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So the Copilot CLI is just an interface as much as the Copilot app. But the way that the content is organized in Copilot app can give you a false impression.
Right.
And can confuse you.
So you would have a session maybe here that actually includes different projects, but it's still listed under this repository.
Exactly. That could confuse you. You see a session there, but that session is actually modifying files on another repo.
Yeah.
So
maybe it would be useful to have some kind of logical group that you can make yourself.
Well, that is what that's what most coding applications are doing. They only have the view from a session perspective. Here are all my sessions.
Yeah.
Boom. Yes, this session is touching project A, B, and C. But the top level is list of sessions.
Yeah, that's what you did with the quick chats. So that's just a session without a repository. And what you could do is use that session for different repositories. So you could say add this repository, repo 1, repo 2, and so forth, and then work on it.
I'll give you an example. Okay, go back to the browser and copy the URL of the repo that we created.
Okay.
Yeah, this one. Just remove the /issues from the end.
Okay.
Yeah, just copy this URL. Okay, now go back to the quick chat and say, create an issue asking for Dutch in repo, and then paste the URL.
Dutch. Just like this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And change.
Sorry?
I was going to use the model auto, but it's okay. Oh, you did stop. Okay, fine. Just hit again. Copy.
Can I just
edit?
No, you can't. Okay. So what do you want to add?
Use the auto model.
Auto. Okay.
So there are two ways that this can work here. Most likely what it will do is use the GHCLI, which is, it's exactly using that. But what you can do now is clone this repo and add Dutch, and then close issue 5.
Add Dutch. And then, what was it?
And then,
sorry?
Add Dutch, and then submit a PR related to issue 5.
Okay.
Yeah, or that.
Auto.
So the use of quick chat is pretty much what would work on the CLI. Like, you're using quick chat here. It's like opening a terminal window without navigating to any particular directory, and then asking for something.
Yeah. When it completes, what?
Oh, it's actually not doing anything.
Huh? It moved?
Oh, it moved the
session
somewhere else. Interesting.
That's crazy. Received message from general chat.
I did not know about this. This is interesting. Okay. See, problem solved.
Yeah, I mean, that would be interesting to have multiple projects in here and then move from one project to another, and it always moves the chat where it needs to be.
I wonder if it would create sub-agents related to these specific projects. Add Dutch to these 5 different projects, and then boom, one different session on each of them.
Yeah, that could work. I think the way it worked now, it's basically the same, just with one sub-agent. Yeah, pretty nice.
That's cool. I did my first demo with the Copilot SDK for Java was a plugin for JMeter. And the first task was, I want a load task for this URL. And the agent did not generate the task plan for JMeter. Well, technically it did. But what I wanted to do, my vision was generate the task plan and load into the UI so I could see the task plan on the JMeter graphical interface. Instead, what the agent harness did was it generated the XML and ran JMeter in the background behind the scenes and just gave me the results.
Okay.
So you were able to find the JMeter binary and just run it? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That was pretty cool. Okay, look at that. So there is a branch, there is a pull request ready to include.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we can simply merge it.
Yeah, ready to merge. Oh, by the way, before you merge, why don't you open the Canvas extension to compare Dutch with English?
Okay, let me see. So we can simply add this.
So, hold on. Go to review. Go here. You have to commit and push. Canvas commit. Click on commit on the top right.
Oh yeah.
And then
push. Oh yeah, we are not on a separate branch because we explicitly said we want to go on main.
Yes.
Okay.
Now go back with Dutch, and then
loading merge status. Okay, so
it's comparing with main, right?
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, ready to merge.
Don't merge.
Yeah, we just
tell the agent to rebase with main.
Okay. Log. Yeah, completed. Rebase is complete. Okay, and now still nothing.
Still nothing, huh? Go. Yeah, exactly. Oh, still nothing. Import canvas from repo. Go there and say import canvas from repo.
Okay. No, it's not available yet.
Okay.
So see, I would want to see the files that are in that work tree right now.
Well, open the Explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
This is the one.
.github.
So we
extension.
Yeah, it is there. Okay.
Interesting. So close the no, close the GitHub app and open again.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure if that session had started with main already updated, you would have seen the Canvas app for sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
So it's probably just a bug after the rebase. Thanks for helping me find a bug.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Oh, now we have that. Okay, it doesn't say what language that is, but that's fine.
Oh, it's Netherlands and L for Netherlands.
Yeah, but here it says English.
Okay, gotcha. Yes. But the cool thing here is that, as we can see, German and Dutch are the same thing.
Well, no. It's not. It's but it's always really close.
It's so easy to troll you guys with Dutch.
Well, the Dutch people can most of them, but they can speak so many languages, and in Germany you only find people who speak English at best.
Yeah, no. But the cool thing here is this this PR, this branch is already published, but we necessarily did not have to have the branch published for a PR before opening the Canvas app, right? As long as the session starts with the Canvas extension already there in the folder, in the .github folder, you can load it, right? So that
yeah, I see. Yeah, because it's in the work tree as well.
It's in the actual source base, the code base, right?
Yeah. But also in that work tree that we just went into.
Yes.
So
again, the work tree is just a copy of the project.
Right. Yeah.
The important fact here is that this Canvas extension is part of the code base. It's part of the project.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just a
that's
plugin
nice.
in your environment.
Okay, and we have a few anonymously, unfortunately, that says it's really Dutch. That's good.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you for confirming. It's probably a Swiss German guy calling both of us.
Yeah, probably.
Cool. I do have to go. This was a great session. Thanks, man. This was fun.
Yeah. Thank you so much for showing us all that stuff that you can do. And yeah, like the most important thing was the canvas. What was it? Create canvas. That was really, really nice.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot for that.
All right. Johannes, thank you so much. Happy to join another time in the future, man. Just let me know.
Yeah, hopefully. I would be honored.
All right.
Otherwise, next year at JCOM.
Awesome. Yes, let's talk to each other. All right.
Very nice. Okay.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye, everyone.